Good morning, Sonoma Dolphins. Today is January 29th, and boy, do I have a surprise for you. We have a guest for you today. Do you want to guess who it is? Let me see. Drum roll, please. Introduce yourself. Mr. Parker! Hey!
Hey, so I just took Mr. Willette's laptop so he doesn't know I'm on it. I'm just kidding. How's it going?
It's going great. So, you know what? I wanted to invite Mr. Parker to join us today because we heard some things about you in fifth and sixth grade. When I had mentioned your name last week in the Dolphin update, they threw all kinds of shade at you. They were saying you were pretty sus with your jokes.
You know what? I think the fifth and sixth graders love my jokes, and they missed them so much they were talking about them. So I'm back. I've been working on some.
Have you?
Yeah, my high schoolers love them. They love my jokes.
I'm sure they love your jokes as much as we do.
Well, first of all, though, before we tell some jokes, I think we're supposed to do some shout outs, right?
Yeah, we are going to
And
do a couple shout outs. Do you have any for us?
I do. I have one shout out right now, and this one is Jeanette. Jeanette, we appreciate you so much. You always go above and beyond every single day. Sonoma would be a mess without you. I know that personally. You saved me all the time last year. And a lot of you guys don't know, Jeanette stays behind after hours, works hard to get the school up ready for the next day. She's always there to support the teachers, the staff, the parents. And so she goes above and beyond every day. So we want to give a big shout out to Jeanette in the front office.
That's true. Jeanette is incredible, and we would be such a mess without her. I'm telling you this personally.
Complete.
Okay, so our second shout out goes to Mr. Corey. I know that you don't know him, Mr. Parker, but he's our yard duty supervisor. He is so awesome. So Mr. Corey officially is a Sonoma Dolphin now. He is a part of the squad, okay? So did you guys know that Mr. Corey, he has goats and he does all kinds of things with animals? Like, it's really cool. So if you see Mr. Corey on the playground, ask him about those animals. He would be happy to talk all about them.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, welcome, Corey. Hey, we also have some student shout outs. We have some shout outs from Mrs. Vinson's class in second grade, Maverick and Jalen for being big supports while she was trying something new, big tech supports while she was trying something new in class. They were very helpful viewing the assignment and helping brainstorm for ways to make it more accessible. So again, big shout out to Maverick and Jalen. Good job, guys.
And I want to give a shout out to Chloe and Mr. Callis's class. So Chloe, oh my goodness, I watched her the other day. She found a jacket on the playground and she's like, whose jacket is this? So Chloe took it up to an adult and said, hey, you know, whose jacket is this? What do I do? And then they found the kid so he didn't lose his jacket. She had some great problem solving skills right there, and she really helped out another student. So shout out to you, Chloe. We appreciate you.
Awesome. Great job, Chloe. Well, speaking of Mr. Callis is the one that he loved my jokes more than anybody else.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Are we about to hear some famous Mr. Parker jokes right now?
We are. I mean, he would be like, okay, Miss Marine, Miss Gergich, they liked my jokes, but Mr. Callis, he liked them on a different level. He thought they were funny, and it was probably because I was making fun of his football team. He's a Seahawks fan, and who has a mascot as a bird? But whatever, we won't talk about it. But anyways, I got some good jokes. You ready to hear some?
I'm ready to hear some. Like, I've been hearing about these incredible jokes since I started working here, so I need to know how great these jokes are.
Oh, they're so, oh my gosh. I sit for hours and hours and pondered these jokes, and I come up with them, and they're so funny. I mean, you might
Wait a
follow
minute. Do your kids appreciate these jokes?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Assemblies, kids would not leave the assemblies last year because they wanted to hear more of the jokes. I never got booed once, not even once.
All right.
All right, here's the first one. What did the ground say to the earthquake?
I have no idea. What did it say?
You crack me up.
Ah! Oh my gosh, I love that. Kids, if you don't know what that joke means, ask your teacher. They would be happy to explain a little bit of science for you.
A little bit of science joke right there. Well, then we have a music joke here, and I know Miss Van is going to love the music one. So let's do a little music joke here.
Okay.
Why did the music teacher need a ladder?
Why would a music teacher need a ladder?
To reach the high notes. Get it? The high notes. Singing high
Oh,
notes.
that's so good. That's so good.
All right. So
Jokes, Mr. Parker.
try. I've spent all summer working on these. All right. So what did the pen say to the pencil?
I don't know why pen and pencils are talking to each other, so I don't know. I don't know.
What's the point? So what's the point?
Okay.
All right. So this one, another little science joke here. So again, the teachers can explain the science joke here. What holds the sun up in the sky?
Good question. What does it?
Sunbeams. Get it? Sunbeams.
Uh,
Okay.
I don't know about that one, Mr. Parker. I
I'm
don't.
working on that one. All right. So this one is more geared toward our younger one. The next one, we'll forget about the sunbeam joke.
Okay.
But the next
Yeah,
one is,
we'll keep working on it.
yeah, we'll keep working on it. No joke. I mean, that's you got to work on your jokes. So we'll work on that one. But this one right here, more geared to our more primary grades. How about that?
All right.
What do elves learn in school? You know, like elves, like magical elves. What do they learn in school?
How to make toys?
The alphabet.
Oh, I get it. 'Cause elf and bit, alphabet.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So that brings us to talk about student council is now wanting to promote college awareness. So every Thursday is a college dress up day. So next Thursday, we're going to be dressing up as Stanislaus State. So did you know that Stanislaus State is in Turlock? It is.
I did.
And I actually went to school there. I was the first in my family. Stop it, Mr. Parker. You did not. I did first, okay? I mean, you're clearly older than me. I'm not trying to throw any more shade, but okay. So I went to school there and I was the first in my family to graduate from high school and go to college. I got my bachelor's in history. I even went back there for my credential to teach. I have a credential to teach English and social science. And so I also went and got my admin credential there. So I was a first generation college student. Pretty cool. Mr. Parker, you're claiming you went to Stan State. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my road is very similar, but a little bit different. So when I was in school, I was in resource, so I needed extra help. I had a what they call a learning disability, and I learned how to deal with that. I had some awesome teachers, just like our students have awesome teachers that support them, and I had some awesome teachers that helped me deal with that. And when I graduated from Davis High School, so where'd you go to high school?
I went to Davis.
Yeah, it's the best high school.
I think this is a fabricated story. He's telling my story right now, guys.
I went to Davis High School. I graduated. I went to Modesto Junior College. So I went there. And then when I graduated there, I went to Stan State and I got my degree in history. So what was your degree in?
History. This guy over here, I tell you.
So I got my degree in history and then I taught history for 13 years. And then I went back and got my master's and I got my administrative credential at Stan State as well. So I was the first person to get my master's in my family. So I was the third person to go to college. So I wasn't brand new to college in my family. But as I remind my dad all the time, I am the smartest one in the family now, and I have a piece of paper to prove it.
You know, Mr. Parker, I have to say, I really love your story. I love that you overcame the learning difficulties because sometimes we just learn differently. And I love that you persevered. That is such amazing. And that's so good for our students to hear. Sometimes we learn differently and that's okay.
Absolutely.
Now, onto a little bit more of a serious subject. So, students, if someone at your house is sick, please stay home. If your parents have questions about it, or if you should or should not go to school that day because you're sick or you were sick a couple days ago or somebody in your family's sick and they just don't know if they should send you or not, please call the school. We are more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Please call the school. So, Mr. Parker, at the end of the Dolphin update, we say a phrase. Do you know what that phrase is, Mr. Parker?
Nope.
Okay. Sonoma
Fins
rocks.
up. Fins up.
Not fins up. Sonoma rocks. So,
Oh.
yes, Sonoma rocks. So we have to say it on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Sonoma rocks.
Rocks. I mean, we weren't really in sync there, but you're new at this, so we'll forgive you this one time. Thank you so much for joining us this week, Mr. Parker. We love seeing you. Sonoma misses you. You are incredible at your job and you are super inspirational.
Absolutely. And I heard that those kids need to keep submitting their jokes so you guys are able to tell them on these broadcasts. So, guys, submit your jokes, and I look forward to hearing from you guys.
Bye, guys.